Oh, Valve. When you hear that name, there's probably a few things that pop into your mind immediately. Steam, Gabe Newell, the infamous snack room, the creepy intro with the bald guy, and the age-old question of what happens if you twist that thing. A company that has been at the forefront of PC gaming and built its legacy on popular franchises like Portal, Half-Life, Left 4 Dead, and many more. One of the most cherished legacies out there and holds such respect. Yet, there's one game that seems to be swept under the rug at Valve, and it's essentially meme fodder at this point. So much so that they even have a joke about it on the website. That game is Alien Sworn. No, sorry, I meant Ricochet. It's Ricochet. What is it about this game that has made it become such a non-entity that even Valve acknowledges it as just a joke? Did it destroy your PC? Delete your porn folder? Cheat on you with your best friend, and then gaslight you into believing you never actually had a girlfriend at all, and it was all just a dream? Nope, it just existed, which is enough for the internet to hate it. It released in 2000 as a Half-Life mod, 8 days before Counter-Strike was going to release, mind you, and was then added to the actual game for free a few years later. That's it. That's like the entire history. But it's not enough for me to just describe Ricochet. No. We need to experience Ricochet. Boot up the system, because we're going in, baby. This is Ricochet. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, you throw discs, you kill the other players. It's a bit stiff, kind of awkward to control. The jump pads have like a 50-50 chance of launching you to death or actually working. There's only like one map. I don't see any reason for this game to be treated like it is. It feels just like any other early source mod where it's just a lot of experimentation as to what can be accomplished. It's not even full price, it's like $5. But outside of the memes and the jokes, when you think about it, I actually find it outright bizarre that nothing else has been done again with this IP. Throughout Valve's history, they've continuously brought forward most of their franchises with every source engine evolution. Counter-Strike, Team Fortress, and more started as mods for Half-Life to begin with. When they transitioned from Gold Source to Source, you saw new versions of those classics like Counter-Strike Source, Day of Defeat Source, Deathmatch, and even full-on sequels that expanded on what the previous version was capable of. Ricochet is the one mod from that time that was basically abandoned and never given a second chance, despite everything else moving forward. Why? What is so different about this one compared to the other ones from that time? Now sure, I get that the simple answer is that it was just an experiment, didn't catch on, so they didn't see any value in putting more resources into it. It's not that deep and I'm just overthinking it, yada yada, but I genuinely think, and I will die on this hill, that if given the proper attention, this could easily be a franchise that stands up there among Valve's other classics. A competitive FPS that relies on precise aiming, placement, and movement? That's something Valve basically specializes in, only in this case it has a chance to be even more unique compared to those given the setting. I hate to be the kind of person to immediately equate one thing to something else, but let's be honest, the first thing you're probably going to think of when you see a futuristic background, characters, and throwing discs is Tron, and it offers up so much gameplay options. You could lean more into the sports-ish nature of it by having different modes that Ricochet could allow. Imagine a 1v1 mode similar to Windjammers, only small difference in this case is you're literally fighting for your life, where you have one disc, and once you throw it, you either have to retrieve it or hope that it comes back to you. Or some type of sports-ish mode where you have to score goals by getting your rings into certain points that can be blocked by the other team. Then you can also have your standard deathmatch modes where your priority is to get kills as well. I'm just spitballing here, but the dynamics that this game has lends potential for much more versatility than other Valve games. You could even incorporate the same type of economy you have in your other games already, where you can customize your characters or even your discs. And before you immediately groan and damn my soul into hell, I'm not trying to ask for Valve to give us another game full of cosmetic crates, loot boxes, and stuff. I'm just simply saying that, hey, if they needed a reason or a framework to incorporate it into, it already exists, and it's clearly working well for them. The release of the Source 2 engine in 2015, I feel like we're witnessing yet another shift in Valve's future, much like the move from Gold Source to Source ages ago. We've already seen some get transferred over, like Dota 2, and even new ones like Half-Life Alyx and the upcoming Garry's Mod's spiritual successor, Sandbox. Sandbox? Sandbox? Hell, Counter-Strike 2 just released a few weeks ago. With this transition, it almost feels like we could see a resurgence of new mods and experimental gameplay ideas. While I don't see Ricochet ever truly being one of them, outside of Valve occasionally kicking it while it's down, the potential for this thing could be really wild if someone were to attempt it. Maybe the community will one day. I'm assuming there's a Ricochet community. I don't know how big or small it is, but there's usually, everything has a community. But also, I need to see the ray tracing on those discs now,